But May immediately calls him out. She knows he'll protect whoever his mission dictates and he doesn't really care about his family, otherwise he wouldn't have abandoned his daughter and his dying wife. The buses cross the highway of death without issues, only to then discover a sandstorm covering the road ahead, which doesn't make sense because they checked the weather earlier and it was supposed to be clear. Having no other choice, they begin driving through the sand, and Luo notices it doesn't behave like a normal storm. To make matters worse, the team members lose contact with each other and all signals on their systems are jammed. At that moment May notices something nearby, but it quickly disappears and she blames it on her imagination. However, Mai is actually right. Chris and the mercenaries are following the buses through the storm, knowing what bus to pick, thanks to the mark the guy left earlier. Once they're in position, they shoot a hook on the last bus to bring the car closer, then they use a platform to climb on it before blowing up the car. Because the vehicle is still attached to the bus by a wire, this causes it to bounce and crack the bus front window. This gives two mercenaries the chance to break through it, and they immediately knock out the guards before taking control of the bus. Meanwhile, two other mercenaries jump onto the following bus and get inside as well, but here the guard gives them a fair fight. After disarming each other, the guard and the mercenary begin fighting hand to hand, but it only takes a few hits before the guard is punched through the window and out of the bus. Luckily she lies down just in time to avoid being run over. The mercenaries take over this bus too and get off the road to end their mission. Once they're clear, Henry and his mercenaries take a few of the bus passengers hostage, and Chris is mad because they seem to be civilians, not criminals. Henry tells him it's just all a trick. Minutes later, the main buses finally leave the storm and realize they're missing two vehicles. They try to contact the guards to no avail, and Luo is sure there's nothing natural about this storm. The helicopters come back to help and take Luo and May on a ride to search the area, which allows them to discover the enemy had been using a jet engine to push the sand. The helicopter follows the road the truck with the engine took and finds one of the buses with a guard, who tells them Americans were behind all this. The other helicopter is going through a different road and finds the mercenary cars. Both sides immediately open fire, and the guard manages to hit a mercenary car to make it